Welcome back to Car Drive Next. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most iconic names in the world of performance motoring. This is the 2025 Porsche 911V. A legend reborn, modernized, and meticulously engineered for purists and performance seekers alike. In this video, we're going to walk you through everything you need to know about this stunning machine, from the way it looks, the way it drives, the interior experience, and of course, what it'll cost you if you're lucky enough to own one. Buckle in, this is going to be a detailed ride. Right from the first glance, the 2025 911V lets you know it's serious. It carries that unmistakable 911 low slung nose, pronounced haunches, and those rounded LED matrix headlights that now feature a slightly sharper cut along the top edge. The front fascia has been subtly redesigned for 2025, offering a wider and more aggressive stance without losing the classic Porsche elegance. Larger intakes improve airflow to the radiators and intercoolers, especially for the higher performance variants. A new active front spoiler system adds functionality to the looks, adjusting in real time for optimal aerodynamics at various speeds. From the side, the 911V carries that timeless silhouette Porsche fans have come to love. It's sleek, unbroken, and refined. What's changed this year is the wheel design, which now comes standard with lightweight forged aluminum alloys wrapped in sticky Michelin Pilot Sport 5S tires. Buyers can choose between 19 or 20-inch wheels up front and 20 or 21 inches in the rear, depending on trim. Subtle new character lines near the bottom edge of the doors give the car a bit more tension and movement when seen in profile, while revised door handles now sit flush for improved aerodynamics. The roofline tapers gently into the rear, maintaining the coupe's fluid proportions. Whether you opt for the hardtop or the cabriolet, move around to the back and you'll see some of the biggest updates for the 2025 model. The LED light bar that stretches across the rear now has a three-dimensional sculpted look, wrapping slightly into the rear quarters. The rear deck spoiler is wider and now fully integrated into the rear clamshell, automatically deploying at various speeds or via driver control. The new quad exit exhaust layout is lower and meaner, especially in the GTS variants, while the updated rear diffuser adds performance-driven aggression. Porsche has also subtly reshaped the rear bumper for a cleaner and more muscular stance. Step inside and you're greeted by a cabin that continues Porsche's masterclass in driver-focused design. The 2025 911V's interior blends analog charm with digital sophistication. The traditional 5-gauge instrument cluster has finally gone fully digital, but don't worry. Purists of the center-mounted tachometer remains prominent and customizable. The 12.6-inch curved display can show classic dials, navigation maps, or performance data depending on your drive mode. The steering wheel is trimmed in soft leather, with multi-function controls and a drive mode dial for quick switching between normal, sport, sport plus, wet, and individual settings. Center stack features a high-resolution 10.9-inch touchscreen running the latest Porsche communication management system, now faster, sharper, and finally with native support for a wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Below that, you'll find a minimalist button arrangement and a stubby new gear selector that replaces the older shifter with a more modern toggle-style switch. Seating is both luxurious and supportive. Standard sport seats hug you in just the right places, while optional Adaptive Sport Seats Plus offer up to 18-way adjustability. Upholstery options are wide-ranging from black leather to Racetex microfiber, with available contrast stitching, carbon fiber trim, or brushed aluminum inlays. Cabin insulation has also been improved for 2025, making long-distance drives quieter without sacrificing that classic flat-six soundtrack when you want to hear it. Under the hood, or more accurately, at the back, sits the beating heart of the 911V. A reworked version of Porsche's 3.0-liter twin-turbocharged flat-six now produces 402 horsepower and 398 pounds-to-feet of torque in the base Carrera V trim. That's a modest increase over last year, but thanks to lighter components, an upgraded intercooler, and revised engine mapping, it delivers better throttle response and mid-range punch. The Carrera 4V adds all-wheel drive grip for more confidence in wet or snowy conditions. Step up to the Carrera S or GTS V, and output climbs to 443 and 473 horsepower respectively, shaving tenths off the 0 to 60 time. With the optional Sport Chrono package, The GTS hits 60 in just 3.1 seconds. Top speed ranges from 182 miles per hour to just over 190 depending on the model and spec. The transmission options remain familiar but refined. A buttery smooth 8-speed dual-clutch PDK that's quicker than ever, or for the purists a sweet shifting 7-speed manual offered on select trims like the Carrera T and GTS. Braking is strong and consistent, thanks to Porsche's standard 6-piston front and 4-piston rear calipers. Optional carbon ceramic brakes bring even more fade resistance for track use. Suspension updates include retuned PASM dampers and improved rear axle steering for sharper turn-in and better agility at low and high speeds. The 911V's drive modes have also been tweaked to offer a wider spread between comfort and aggression, making this car just as capable on the backroad as it is on the autobahn or the racetrack. So, how much will all this engineering excellence set you back? The 2025 Porsche 911V Carrera starts at just under $116,000, while the Carrera 4V brings that up to around $122,000. Move into the Carrera S and you're looking at roughly $132,000, and for the GTS V, expect a base price of $151,000 before options. And with Porsche's famously extensive options list, you can easily spec a GTS north of $180,000 if you start checking enough boxes. For those seeking drop-top thrills, cabriolet models add about $13,000 across the board, while the Targa configuration sits somewhere in the middle. Is it expensive? Absolutely. But what you get is a car that blends decades of performance heritage with the very best in modern engineering, technology, and luxury. Few cars deliver this level of versatility at track-ready performance on Sunday, daily drivability on Monday, and timeless design that'll still turn heads 10 years from now. So, what's the final word on the 2025 Porsche 911V? It's evolution, not revolution, but that's exactly what Porsche does best. They refine, they perfect, they don't rush radical change unless it makes the car better. And that's what decides a better, sharper, more connected 911 that still feels unmistakably true to its roots. If you're in the market for a performance coupe that's as rewarding to drive as it is to admire, this should be very high on your list. Thanks for watching Car Drive Next. If you enjoyed this in-depth look at the 2025 911V, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of our future reviews. Let us know in the comments what do you think of the new 911? Would you take it over an AMG GT, a McLaren Artura, or maybe even a Corvette Z06? Until next time, keep your hands on the wheel, your eyes on the road, and stay driven.